Hello people of YouTube, welcome to my channel. My name is of course SlimeBusta, and today we're going to be taking you on a little bit of a world tour of my almost 5-year-old Minecraft world. So let's go ahead and get started here, and we will see what you think of it. Leave down in the comments what you think of it, and I will check out your feedback. Welcome in everyone to my Minecraft world. This world is almost 5 years old. It will be 5 years old this September. It doesn't really look like it's 5 years old, but it is. And I've worked hard on some of these projects, so we're gonna get into some of the things that are in this world. And leave down in the comments what you think of it. And we'll see your comments, and I will take in some feedback if you have any feedback for some of my projects. So this is my spawn point area here. You spawn right over here where these wood logs are. You spawn right around there. This village, the seed has changed over the course of updates. I started this world in 1.15 snapshots, and I spawned here. There was a big mountain back there, a bit of a village over there, but we'll get into that in just a minute. But we're going to start over here, and then we'll move on to other places. So the first thing is, of course, this little area here, this big old mountain. This is my work in progress storage room. Now, I have built multiple storage rooms, as you can see down this hallway. I have built multiple storage rooms in the course of this world. I'm still working on a storage room. I haven't like fully decided what I want to do with the storage room yet, so that is why it's still a little bit of a work in progress. So I will post updates as we go along with this, but I'm still struggling just a little bit on what I want to do with the storage room. I need to finish it because I know we have that new update coming out, 1.21, in a few days. So I want to try to get this done. But right now, I just had my chest sorted out. Like I had my logs and strip logs, and I have planks and stairs and all this kind of stuff. I'm still working on figuring out what I want to do with all this. But it's a bit of a work in progress for now. And then over here we have, it's a bit of a mess. I apologize as well. But over here we have our auto smelter, just a simple auto smelter. You put your items that you need to smelt, your coal in there, and it spreads throughout each furnace, and it goes into the output chest when it gets done smelting. And then over here we have the automatic bee farm, where I can get honey bottles and honeycomb. One side has shears and one side has bottles. It just does it automatically, and then all of the respective things are in here. Once it gets done, it does it automatically. Every little pod has 2 bees inside of it. Next thing is my auto sugarcane farm. Simple, easy, not too hard to build. Pretty simple stuff here. It was a pretty fun build to do, I must admit. I need a way to get out, so let me just do this because I don't have a way out of here. There we go. Okay, and then this is not finished yet. A lot of unfinished projects in this world, so please bear with me when it comes to that. Right here we have the house, my main little build here. It's not finished on the inside, but I just decided to build a small little house, just because it kind of fills out the area. You know, I don't like a lot of empty spaces around in my world, so that is why it is there. Over here we're going to do a little bit of flying because it's easier. I have a village, a little bit of a wall here around the village. A little bit of a different design wall. I saw it on Twitter one day, and I was like, okay, well, let me try to build this. Yeah, so we have a little bit of a wall here, and we have some villagers and villager houses inside of it with some iron golems. This is where I transport some villagers from my villager breeder, which is under the ground. We won't have to go there, but it is there nonetheless. I can just transport some if I want to. I don't really go over here though, so we won't get into that. But right here, fun fact, all of this area here was hills and mountains. It was about like this. And I had decided to, you know, why not flatten everything out and keep the pillager area inside a gate. So what this is the pillagers are in, they spawn within a certain radius. So I searched up what that radius was, and now all pillagers spawn in this radius of this pillager tower, and they cannot get out. So I thought that was pretty neat. Just in case if I wanted to ever start a raid, I could from this pillager outpost here. Right here is another build I was working on. Don't know what I have decided to do with this build yet, but I like the entrance of it, so I decided to keep it here. I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but we will see. We will see what happens with that eventually when I figure out what I want to do with it. This is a little bit of an under construction build. I kind of like the idea of having a build that's under construction, so that's the point of this. It's not finished yet, of course, but it is being worked on slowly but surely. Next thing up is the sugarcane and bamboo farm, and then over here we have a cord fruit farm. Now this is a little bit of a Etho kind of had this design, but his is a little more sophisticated because I'm not that good with redstone, so mine's a little more easier to make and to get through. You know, his arrows are automatic, they break the seeds and all that kind of stuff. Mine does not. I have to do that manually, and like I said, I have a whole bunch of bows here, and I need to add some arrows in this chest to get the seeds, and then everything flows down to this little area. Now I am fascinated, in love with this room. I think I did a very, very good job with this room. So this smelter here is work in progress. I still need to fix it up. But all of the coarse fruit, the pot coarse fruit, and the coarse fruit seeds go in here. The regular coarse fruit goes in here, and then you put it in the furnace. It smelts, and it goes into the auto sorter between pot coarse fruit and the regular seeds. Yeah, like I said, I'm very fascinated with that room there. Here we have some villager markets, which are work in progress. I'm going to make a little bit of a villager market area. Right here we have farms. The 4 crops that are in the game, we have goats, we have mushrooms, chickens, cows, and pigs. We have a little bit of a manual bee farm. This is what I built. This was one of my first builds this on this world. When the bees came into the game in 1.15, I had built this. I thought it was a cool design, so I just went ahead and built something like this because bees aren't that useful, but they are pretty cool to have around your base. So I thought I would build this and have a little bit of a bee farm there. Here is a map of my world. It is not completely updated. I still need to go through and update some of this stuff, but like I said, it's wide. It's a pretty wide range where I built, but it is still very much a work in progress, some of these builds. Now, right here, we have a little bit of a clay maker. I still need to figure out how I'm going to automate this. I think I have an idea of how I'm going to automate this. I'm going to make an auto mud maker, and then I can place the mud in here, which will ultimately turn into clay, because if you don't know, if you put dripstone under mud, it dries out the water and makes clay. So that's what the whole point of this is, so I can have a infinite resource of bricks. Right here we have a standard little bar in here, not really used, but it is in here nonetheless. One day I would like to get the ultimate horse in Minecraft. Maybe I can get that someday. Let's go ahead and sleep. Okay, we have slept the night away here. Okay, so here, this is my first little if I want to call it go at a custom tree. I know it's not the best custom tree in the world. I tried. I'm not that good of a builder in Minecraft, so bear with me. Okay, I tried my best on this. Don't judge me. Okay. Here I'm trying to get all the trims on netherite armor and all of the different materials. I'm halfway finished with this. This is super expensive to do. A good project to do, but super expensive to do. So if you're ever wanted to make a pretty difficult project, a satisfying project to finish, but a pretty difficult one, make sure you try this out. Get all the armor trims, all the different materials on each armor trim, because it is a heck of a task to finish. Here we have a little bit of a fisherman's shop. This is pretty much done. We got the fisherman here, and the fisherman salesman here, a little bit of a dock, and yeah, it's pretty much finished. I kind of like this build. I think it looks good. Pretty standard build here, but I think it looks good regardless. A little bit of a thing to fill in this spot. Like I said, I don't like to have a lot of empty spots. Here we have our dogs and cats. We have Lizzie and Bud. Bud is my first dog in the world, my first pet in the world. And then Lizzie here. And then we have Pebbles, which is the name of my cat, my in real life cat. She isn't in here at the moment. But she that is her name. And she is a black cat with yellow eyes, so that's why I named her Pebbles. And then we have Knuckles here, which is the latest animal to our pet family in this world. Of course, they've added new dogs in 1.20.6, which I have not obtained yet. I don't have armadillos. I will be putting dog armor on my dogs when I get access to all of that. Up here we have a little bit of an iron farm. I won't show you the actual iron farm. It's just a simple iron farm, but this is where the iron goes. We have iron over here and poppies over here. Pretty standard auto sorter for that build. Right over here, we have a little bit of a sniffer pen. When the sniffers came out, I love to look at these mobs, so that's why I have a pen here for them. Right here, we have the musical tower, where all music discs will be stored. I know we have 3 coming in 1.21, so we'll be putting some more here. They will go up the walls and all that kind of stuff. It'll be filled with music discs all over the place. I'm pretty excited about that. That's what that is. That's why there's a musical note above it. Pretty cool little build. Just thought I'd add something here just to fill in this slot. Now, over here, this is a little bit of a build which I'm not proud of. I like the potion on the outside, but I don't like the inside of it. So I'm gonna redo the inside of this potion lab. But it is a bit of a work in progress. But I still need to redesign this whole build. It works. It's just not what I wanted it to look like. So I still need to fix it up and all that kind of stuff. But once I fix it up, I think it'll look pretty darn cool. Over here, we have a little bit of a wheat field, which is in the middle of work in progress. Like I said, a lot of work in progress builds here. I'm still, I'm still working. I like to have a lot of projects on my world. So when I do one project and I get tired of it, I'm like, okay, well, I could just do another one, So, this is the library, which, like I said, is currently work in progress. A lot of these bookshelves are not finished yet, but a lot of them almost are. This would be where I store my enchanted books. I think I may redesign this. I'm not sure yet, but it is a work in progress. And then, of course, we have the enchanting table up here and an upstairs, which I am not sure what to do about yet. So, like I said, work in progress build here, but the outside is indeed finished, and I like the way it turned out. Over here, this is what I built when the Nether update came out. This was a project to do. So I started this back in the snapshots of the Nether update. This is when you could not bone meal this stuff to spread it. You had to manually place the nylium everywhere, and you had to manually place these plants. Now, of course, I bone milled everywhere when it came out, right? When it came out, I bone milled the place to make it more filled out. But before that, I literally had to manually place a lot of this stuff. I had to go to the Nether, gather it up, and come over here and place it. Now that was not fun. But then, of course, they made it to where you can bone meal it, and it looks a lot better. Of course, there's nether wart blocks here, like in the Nether. And then we have a little bit of a separator here between the two biomes. Here, I'm pretty happy with this build. I think it looks pretty darn good. I would like to spread it some more. I would like for it to spread all throughout here. Because you know what, why not just take up some more room in my world, just have some little less of empty spaces around in my world. So up here, if you are a fan of Star Wars, you will know what this is. Welcome to the Ancient Sith Throne. So I built this. I found a picture of this online after The Rise of Skywalker come out, and I was like, oh my god, I'm going to have to build this. I thought this was a super, super cool build to do. Of course, it says pictures only here. You could take a picture in front of the Sith Throne like that. I think it's super, super neat. And yeah, it's a pretty cool build on top of the mountain. I used to have a little bit of a villager trading hall under the mountain, but it is gone because I built it in the White House, which we'll talk about in just a minute. But yeah, I think this is a super cool build as well. Now here is the well, let's talk about this here real quick. So this is my first ever build in this world. So back here on this mountain, there used to be a village, a spruce wood village. And I kind of copied a design of one of the villager houses and built one down here. And this was my first ever little house. I used to have a farm right here, all kinds of stuff. This is where it started, was the build, the main world started right here. Pretty freaking cool. And then right here, this is where my Ender Dragon lays, my Ender Dragon egg and head. It was defeated on December of 2019. Almost 5 years. I started the world in September, right after Minecon was announced for the Nether update, and then I beat the Ender Dragon 3 months later in December, because I was scared to fight the Ender Dragon back then. But anyways, moving on. This right here is our villager, some of our villager trading hall here. I still need to fill it all out, but it is mostly done. The design of it all anyways, I just got to fill out the villagers. And yeah, so they're all pretty much maxed out here. These are the ones I use most. So let's talk about this build. So this is the front of the White House right here. I like the back end, so let's go in the back end first. Let's talk about this. So this is the White House. This was completely built in survival, all made out of concrete, quartz, and stone bricks and iron blocks here on the bottom where the basement is. Actually, when I was building this, I built it on one level lower than what I needed to. And I was freaking out when I was building this, but I figured out a way to solve that and to make it look like it is perfect. And now I don't really notice it because I fixed it the way that it should have been fixed. Of course, the inside not done. You see the scaffolding there. It goes all the way up to the roof, which is, it's not done, but maybe someday I will be able to finish that. Right here, we have the rose garden. Pretty freaking cool. I thought this was a cool little build to do, the little bit of a rose garden here. And then the little podium here. No one should be reading this message but the president of the United States there on that sign. Pretty cool there. And then in here, in the in one of the wings, of course, this is where the Oval Office is supposed to go. But I have not designed the Oval Office yet, so again, I will do that sometime. But right now, this is where all my librarian villagers are. Now, I was going to make a project since they are changing librarian villagers. Eventually, of course, if you don't know, they are changing trading in Minecraft villages to a different kind of ordeal, right? They're kind of adjusting villager trading where you can't get really good books from villagers anymore. So after that was announced, I was planning to make every single villager that has every enchanted book available from villagers at the cheapest price. So Silk Touch here, I got it at 5 emeralds. Like at the C3, I got 11 emeralds. I have a checklist in a drawer down there where I can see how cheap I can get a book. And I just refresh the villager trades over and over and over until I get them all. And I am just about halfway done with this project, and I've still got a long way to go, but that's time consuming right there. So let's go and sleep again, and let's get rid of the nighttime. Okay, so we got rid of the nighttime here. Let's get started on our adventures once more. let's go through the nether this time because we have got our spawn area taken care of. So let's go to the nether and explore some of that. So this is my nether hub, which is basically finished. Still need to add a few little light fixtures in here, maybe some shroom lights up in the roof, in the bedrock roof or something like that. But for now, it is gonna stay like that. So I like my nether tunnels and stuff to be close to the roof, so I just have to mine it out instead of building a bridge. Sometimes you may have to build a little bit, considering it's open on the bottom, but doesn't happen very often. It's usually pretty enclosed up here. And of course, we all in our Minecraft worlds have to have a little bit of a hole in the nether roof so you can have your gold farms or whatever you want to build up here. I built my gold farm up here, pretty simple standard gold farm over there, but everyone's got to have a hole in their nether roof, you know. So over here we have our mob farm, pretty standard floating mob farm. I'm not going to show you all that. It's pretty standard, but I did build a little bit of a tunnel over there, just so it's easier to get to. Over here is where my amethyst geodes are, far away from here. Nothing special there, just amethyst geodes, tunnels to those. And then over here we have the end portal, and jungle and mushroom island back that way. Nothing special over there either. I don't have anything special with my end portal or my jungle or mushroom island just yet. I'm still working on those projects. Well, I actually do have something special at my jungle biome. Let's go over there, shall we? Yeah, let's go to my jungle biome, and I will show you all what I'm not finished with it yet, but it is a work in progress. So let's go over there real quick, and we will check that out momentarily. Okay, now we have made it to the jungle biome, and like I said, this is a bit of a work in progress. We have a little bit of a jungle villager because I didn't know what they looked like at first. I wanted to see what they look like. Storage house here, which is just a simple old house. But here I was going to do something pretty interesting. I was going to make sort of a jungle adventure type build. 3 diamonds all day, 2 diamonds, half a day payment. It was going to be a pretty interesting build where I was going to make a little bit of a jungle adventure. You could walk through these gates and it would get you, it would, you know, it would open the gates if they paid the payment. And it was a pretty cool little thing, but I never did finish it really. I would like to finish it someday, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with it just yet. So, but for now, it is here. I'm just not sure what I'm gonna do with it just yet. But on to the Nether Hub. We have made it back to the Nether Hub, so now let's try to go on the other direction here and get or show one of the best builds that I have made in Minecraft ever. So we're on our way here, and this tunnel is of course a work in progress. I haven't finished it just yet, but when I do finish it, it'll be a cool little nether tunnel that I think I'm gonna go throughout my nether hub. So of course here is the inside of the capital, but we're gonna go on the outside first because the outside shows quite a bit how massive this build actually is. So here is the outside of the capital, all made out of concrete and stone bricks and stone slabs. Man, what an expensive build this took. This took me 3 months to make. The outline and the build itself, I just kept going back and forth until I eventually got this build finished. And man, what a masterpiece to actually look at and admire. I think this is a fantastic build. I'm never going to do the inside, but the outside is probably the most fantastic thing I've ever seen. I would like to make the 2 chambers, the House and Senate chambers eventually, but I haven't decided to do that just yet. But I am going to keep it the way it is now. And yeah, it's a pretty cool build. I admire all the time. I come back here and just look at it because I think this is one of my favorite builds ever to exist that I've ever built in Minecraft. I think that just about wraps up our Minecraft world tour. This, like I said, this world's almost 5 years old. I still play on it probably once a week or so. I can't really play Minecraft for too much anymore because of I get bored sometimes. You know, you fall out of love for games sometimes, and that's how I feel with Minecraft sometimes. So it doesn't really look like it's 5 years old, but it is indeed 5 years old. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you all for joining into my Minecraft world tour. Hope you all enjoyed it. Like I said, this world is 5 years old. This year, this September, it'll be 5 years old. I hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like on this video and comment what you think about my Minecraft world. If you have any suggestions on some of the builds you saw, make sure you include those in the comments as well. Also, I wanted to let you all know, if you're just hopping into my YouTube channel for the first time, I stream on Twitch just about every day at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. If you want to check me out over there, I stream mostly Fortnite. I'll stream Minecraft sometimes, and I will be streaming some campaign games eventually here this year, sometime within the next few months. I will also be playing some Marvel Rivals when it comes out on full release, and I will be playing the beta when it comes out in July, because that was just announced just recently. But if you want to check me out there, twitch.tv/SlimeBusta, same as my YouTube channel name. Make sure you check me out over there. If you want to, all my social media platforms are on there as well, so make sure you check me out and shoot me a follow over there. Catch me on a stream every night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I will see you all later. Thanks for hopping in, everybody. And of course, be safe out there.